Some people seem strong all the time. They are the ones who listen, who help, who understand emotions without words. They notice small changes in someone's voice, in silence, in the way people look away when they are trying not to cry. And from the outside, they seem emotionally balanced. They seem calm. They seem strong. But almost nobody realizes how exhausting that can become. Because emotionally intelligent people often spend their entire lives trying to keep everything in balance, trying to avoid conflict, trying to understand everyone, trying to carry emotions that were never theirs to carry. And little by little, that emotional weight becomes overwhelming. Daniel Goleman talked about emotional intelligence, about understanding emotions, about empathy, about self-awareness. But there is a silent side of emotional intelligence that almost nobody talks about. The exhaustion of feeling everything deeply, the burden of noticing too much. Because some people cannot simply ignore emotional pain around them. They absorb it. Stress, tension, sadness, silence. And they continue functioning? Even when emotionally exhausted. They keep smiling. They keep helping. They keep pretending to be strong. While inside, the exhaustion keeps growing silently. And maybe, there are people watching this right now, who spent years being strong for everyone else, but never had space to admit, I'm tired too. And maybe today, you simply need to hear this. You do not have to carry everything alone. The world usually notices physical exhaustion, but emotional exhaustion is different. It happens silently. Some people spend so much time trying to hold everything together that they slowly forget themselves. They absorb emotions. They listen to everyone's problems. They try to keep peace everywhere they go. And little by little, their own heart becomes tired. But even exhausted, they continue functioning. They continue smiling. They continue saying, I'm okay. While emotionally, they have been overwhelmed for a very long time. And maybe the saddest part is that almost nobody notices. Because emotionally intelligent people learn very early how to hide their pain. They learn how to look calm, even when they are emotionally breaking inside. And over time, that invisible exhaustion becomes heavier and heavier, until one day, they no longer know the difference between surviving and truly living. Scene 3, the silent collapse. And then, one day, the mind begins to slow down. Simple things start feeling heavy. Conversations become exhausting. Noise becomes overwhelming. People become overwhelming. And even while resting, the exhaustion remains. Because this is not only physical fatigue, it is emotional. It is the weight of spending years trying to stay strong all the time, trying to understand everyone, trying not to disappoint anyone, trying to carry emotions in silence. And slowly, the person begins to feel empty inside, without energy, without motivation, without emotional space to breathe. But from the outside, almost nothing changes. They continue smiling. They continue functioning. They continue saying, I'm fine. While silently, they are trying not to fall apart. And maybe that is the most dangerous part of emotional exhaustion. It happens quietly, without anyone noticing, until the person is already completely drained. Over time, many emotionally intelligent people begin to believe that they must stay strong all the time. Strong for family. Strong for work. Strong for everyone around them. And so, they learn to hide their emotional pain. They learn to smile when they want to cry. They learn to say, I'm okay, even when they are not. Because deep inside, they feel like they cannot break down. They feel responsible for keeping everything together. But carrying emotional weight alone has a cost. The mind becomes tired. The heart becomes heavy. And the person who once seemed emotionally balanced slowly begins to feel lost inside themselves. Because even strong people need care too. Even emotionally intelligent people need rest. And sometimes, the strongest people are the ones silently asking for help, without saying a single word. Daniel Goleman showed that emotional intelligence is not about pretending to be strong all the time. It is about recognizing emotions before they destroy us silently. Recognizing emotional exhaustion. Recognizing personal limits. Recognizing when the heart has been carrying too much for too long. But many people spend years ignoring their own emotional pain. They continue functioning on autopilot. They continue helping everyone else, while slowly abandoning themselves. And maybe true emotional strength is not about suffering in silence. Maybe it is about understanding that even the strongest people need care too. Because emotional intelligence is not only about understanding others. It is also about learning how to protect your own mind, your own heart, and your own peace. Maybe healing begins the moment we realize We do not have to carry everything alone. Maybe emotional intelligence is not about suffering in silence. Maybe it is about learning how to care for yourself with the same kindness you give to everyone else. Because feeling deeply is not weakness. Being emotionally overwhelmed does not make you broken. It makes you human. And maybe there are people watching this right now who spent years trying to stay strong for everyone else while silently falling apart inside. People who learned how to understand everyone except themselves. But you do not need to carry the world alone anymore. You deserve rest. You deserve peace. You deserve care too. If this video spoke to you, leave a comment below. Maybe someone else needs to feel understood today. And if this message helped you, subscribe to the channel. Because here, you do not have to pretend you are okay all the time.